Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. What's good? What's good? What's good? Hello, Hutanic. Hello, Lex Luthor. Our little writer helper AI guy is what I'll say. A little smart aleck. Have you invested in yourself? Those are the questions. Tonight's poll question is: what centralized exchange is re-entering the U.S. market? Gate.io, KuCoin, OKX, or other? If it's other, put it down below, please. It's a very, very, very big deal. So am I the only one that heard what Powell said? Am I the only one? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, right? He basically said, yeah, don't expect anything in May. Which takes us to the next one, which for me, I can see him pausing for a minute. Unless things die down with all this tariff nonsense, it's going to sit there for a little bit. I think it's going to sit there for a little bit because there's just too much confusion. There's no solid ground. You know, how is he going to make a move and there's no solid ground for him to stand on? Know what I mean? So for me, I'm kind of like, yeah, I could sit there and wait for it. You can make all the requests you want. It's my show. I'm going to do what I want. And it's not about politics. It's about policy. Get it straight. Right now, we've got too many tariffs going on. We've just too much turmoil in tariffs. No real plan about the tariffs. We have a lot of companies that are hurting. NVIDIA said that, hey, we're gonna have a problem, about a $5.5 billion problem. Right? What else do you expect? So tech stocks took a hit. Now, again, if you're into stocks, if you're into crypto, you take that information as you will, do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately, right? That's what we do. Take that information and do with it what you will. For me, I'd be looking at all the tech stocks to see who got hit that shouldn't have gotten hit. Right? That's what I'd be looking at. But they're tech stocks. And if you're operating in the United States, you're going to have a problem. You posted a couple. Which one? Be more specific, sir. I'm an old man. I don't have that kind of memory, especially when I'm going through loads and loads and loads and loads of articles, man. You're killing me. I don't worry about delistings, man. I don't worry about delistings. When did you post that one? Because I did not see that one. I saw the one about life insurance. You have Powell. You have long and short. You have the top 100 coin thing, and I didn't see anything after that on Big Baggers. Did you post it on the feed? Yeah, nothing on the feed. So no, I didn't see it. I did refresh the frickin' page. Oh, just now? Why? If you just posted it 3 seconds ago, what would make you think that I'm going to see it 3 seconds ago? 3 seconds ago, I was scrambling for some cranberry juice. Give a guy a break. Oh no, that's old news. That was out a couple of days ago. And I paid no mind to it. You want to know why? I didn't care. There was other news that was more important for me when reporting to you guys. So I saw it. I didn't see your post until just now, but I saw that news article and I was kind of like, okay, so you're delisted. You're managing your business. I mean, look at that list. You're going to, including XRP, I'm thinking that was a mistake. XRP, BCH, really? Okay. ETC, I can see. Stellar? Really? Stellar. I can't believe either one of those. I just can't. So I don't, like, I didn't bother to read the article because I don't pay attention to delistings. If a coin is being delisted, I can almost guarantee you I'm not holding a bag. Because something made them land on that list. I can almost guarantee you I don't have anything on that list. But this list seems, it seems like it could be off. It seems like it could be off. Hey, Paula. And let me see. I'm looking. Have you invested in yourself? Lex Luthor, have you invested in yourself? Paula invested in herself. Thank you for letting me know, Paula. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, but delisting 49 coins and you're listing 2 coins that are somewhat related, XLM, XRP, 2 totally different blockchains, but they've shared people, or had people on one project that moved to another project. XRP? Are you serious? Now, I can kind of you know what? I don't understand. XRP is not RLUSD. I can understand you don't want to list RLUSD, right? Competitor to your piggy bank, which is USDC. I get it. I'm not upset. I get it. But just in the headline alone, I'm just looking at that and I'm going, you're going to delist Stellar? You're going to delist XRP, and one of the things in there is due to low usage and regulatory what? Yeah. I'm going to give it about that much. Okay. No. Panama City I told you March 30th, Panama City was weighing the idea of accepting crypto for municipality services or municipal services. Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, and USDT for taxes, permits, and fines just got the green light. You can't tell me that's not a big deal. I mean, I get it. It's Panama City. I get it. It's just a city, but it's a city collecting crypto. And then that makes you kind of track back to, well, you're collecting crypto for these things. Does that mean you're going to take all of that and flip it to fiat? Or are you going to take some of that, flip it to fiat, and take some of that and leave it in reserves? Aha. Just saying. If you ever seen Eddie Murphy Coming to America, you know, aha. End of the movie. Just saying. Russia plans to develop foreign currency linked and ruble-backed stable coins to bypass U.S. sanctions because Bitcoin wasn't enough. You're going to have it pegged to... Okay, backed by the ruble? I know that. I'm sorry. That was rude. I'm going to punch you in your neck. I happened to look down and saw it. Hutanic is in the corner for the rest of the night. For real. It was a good one, though. It was a good one. No, smart Alec. It is not. And this is not a Cavassier. Although I wouldn't mind if it was Bumbo Rum. Just saying. But Russia cracks me up. That's what they're considering. And I'm like, who's going to accept ruble-backed jack? Are you kidding me? Yeah. All right. Good luck. Stick to Bitcoin, buddy. Stick to Bitcoin. You want to know why they want to do this? Because it would be state-sponsored, state-controlled, and nobody would be able to shut it down. You know what I mean? Yeah, but do you have your Jerry curls going on, bro? You have your S curls. Although those were S curls. Do you have your S curls going on? If you don't have your S curls going on, you need to not talk like that. Stay a little behind in the corner. Oh, you were in the corner so bad. What else is going on? We've got family offices. Now, this actually surprised me. Family offices allocate nearly 5 times more to Ethereum ETPs than Bitcoin, with Ethereum attracting a more diversified institutional investor base despite Bitcoin's overall AUM dominance, AUM, assets under management. That blew my mind. I heard a creator earlier, and excuse me, sorry about that. The creator was talking about, oh, Ethereum needs to wake up, Ethereum needs to do this, and blah 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 blah. You know, they need to scale and yada yada yada. And I'm like, dude, you're hopping on a bandwagon that isn't quite right. Have you seen the reports that are out right now? You know, most dApps. Just saying. He's like, oh yeah, they're reacting because of Solana. Solana's doing this and Solana's doing that. And I just sat there and I was like, yeah, I can't take you seriously. I cannot take you seriously. I mean, I get it. You like Solana and you like Solana more than you do Ethereum now. I get it. I have no problem with that. But can you read some of the reports before you keep coming out your mouth and looking like an idiot? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, he got hot on Solana when meme coins started getting hot on Solana. Nothing wrong with that. It's what he did. Okay, cool. Can't be mad about that. But when meme coins started dying down, he wasn't like coming down hard on Solana that, oh, well, all their traffic comes from meme coins. Yeah, he wasn't talking anything like that. He wasn't saying anything about that. Report came out and said that, you know, Ethereum made the most money. 1.2 billion. Okay, buddy. All right. Just read the news. Read the news. Just saying. I'm just saying, Lex Luthor wants to hang out in the corner. That wasn't quite good enough to land you in the corner. You're going to have to keep trying. What else do we have? Gold hit a record $3,317. I think it was more than that last time I looked. And we were just talking about how, you know, 3,500 is right there. Right there. When Hutanic first bought it up, I think you would be up 50% right now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 50% or more. I think it's more, 50%. So it was either 2,300 or 2,400, one of the two, right? And I'm just like, you're not going to go. This is why I said the idea of selling gold to buy Bitcoin is the dumbest thing in the world. The dumbest thing in the world. That's not what I'm going to do. That's not what I'm going to do. At best, I would contemplate leveraging gold to buy Bitcoin, but I wouldn't even do that. I would find another way to go buy some Bitcoin. Leave gold pristine, untouched, done. Leave it alone. Because you know what could happen, right? You leverage gold. Best case scenario, you leverage gold to buy some Bitcoin. Bitcoin takes a dip and you got to liquidate some gold. And that would mean that gold is going up. Like, no. Stupid. And then the other idea by Bo Hines, I said this the other day, like, you want to take the tariff money and go buy Bitcoin. That'd be awesome. But you're not supposed to be affecting the taxpayer. And if you're not supposed to be affecting the taxpayer, we're not supposed to be paying for it. Well, that's what tariffs are. We get to pay for that. Nah, not good. You know? Yeah, stop shilling it. Stop shilling gold, man. Stop shilling gold. What else we have got going on? Fed Chair Jerome Powell, like I said, he's actually advocating harder for stable Bitcoin legislation. And he's right. He's absolutely right. He's also just saying, yeah, I'm not doing anything with regard to that interest rate cut. You must be stupid. The only thing dumber than that is the idea that somebody said they're going to try to fire Powell. Good luck with that. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The only way that it can happen is if he resigns and he's already like, yeah, no, I'm staying. I'm going to finish out the term. Thank you. Somebody pointed out that, you know, the Reserve Bank is nothing more than a group of privately held banks, and they created this whole thing. And I'm like, yeah, okay, but he's still in charge of handling, you know, the interest rate. I can deal with that. telling you, I do not want to change in these kind of waters. I do not want a change. We're definitely going to get one next, 1 year, next year, May, we're definitely going to get one, but not now. Definitely not now. What else do we have? We've got strategy delivered. Michael Saylor's got to be laughing himself like every night, just going to sleep, laughing his butt off. Everybody's like, oh, strategy's not doing so good. Bitcoin went down, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. 133% over 12 months by holding 531,000 Bitcoin. About $36 billion. Tell me that's not funny. Tell me that's not funny. I'd be laughing. I'd be doing the dance of joy. I wouldn't even say a word. I would be doing the dance of joy and just pointing at you. Like I wouldn't say anything, but there would be signs. I'm just saying. Bybit will shut down Cloud Wallet, Keyless Wallet, Dex Pro, and other Web3 services by May 31st. They're trying to consolidate. Why? Obvious reasons. They need to rein in some of that spend. And those are probably things that are not making money. They probably have future, like, you know what I mean? They probably have legs for the future, but they're not generating right now, most likely. And he's like, they're like, we're going to have to shut that down. We'll bring it back some other time, but right now we're going to shut it down. We're going to get focused. We're going to make some money back, and then we can see what's going on. But it's really a downsizing. I'm going to be honest with you. I think either candidate would have screwed things up from an economic perspective. I do. I really, really do. There's evidence there. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. But from an economic perspective, I think both of them had the chance to screw things up. They have a chance to make everything great and have a chance to screw things up. So every time I look at policies that come down the pike, I'm adjusting my decision tree analysis as to what I should do. What opportunities, what pitfalls, what risks are going to be in my path. If this happens, what kind of risks am I going to be facing? If this happens, what kind of opportunities am I going to be facing? Which outweighs the other? Hence, do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. It's work. Like I was joking, but half joking with Hutanic earlier. I'm not going to see a post that you just posted 3 seconds ago. Refresh the page. I'm not going to see it. I have a show to do. I have other things to do. I'm not going to see it. Just bad timing. There's a lot. But even for somebody like me who's constantly doing this, constantly looking at the news, constantly weighing what's going on, I can't see everything. I cannot see everything. So I have all kinds of tools. I've got a team. I've got like just stuff to help me get there. And I'm just sitting back and I just go, can't get everything. And there's some good stuff that he posted on Big Baggers. So if you're not a big bagger, well, I'm not being mean. Big baggers share a lot of information. They share a lot of information. The kind of information you'll sit there and just be like, wow, I didn't even see that. Wow, I didn't even realize that. Like things that you knew about, but you didn't see it from their perspective. That's the one. That's the one. It's sort of like even that post, Coinbase is going to drop 49. They're going to delist 49 tokens. I look at delisting as I don't care. I look at any single exchange going through their delisting and listing process. I don't pay any mind to it unless I'm lucky enough to get with a coin that's about to be listed, that got listed, and I'm selling now because now it's already up. Right? So I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Oh, so with regard, thank you for posting that. PAXG and BTC swing trade pairs are probably the best setup. Maybe, but what I was going to say is, if you pay attention to what's going on out there and you've got various accounts across various centralized exchanges, there are arbitrages that show up. There are arbitrages that show up. Just saying, like there was a big difference on BitThumb versus everybody else. So if you're everybody else, you could buy on like Gate.io, ship it over to BitThumb, sell it for USDT, send the USDT back, buy more, and just keep going until that arbitrage disappears. Yeah, you'll be paying fees. Don't care. You're going to make more money off the arbitrage. You really could. I mean, that's if you have accounts at the various places. But yeah, people were asking me, well, are there arbitrages still available and blah, blah, blah. There are. And they're easy to spot. Just saying. Former SEC chair. Okay. He won't go away. Former SEC chair Gary Gensler warned most altcoins lack intrinsic value and are likely to collapse, affirming Bitcoin as the only crypto comparable to gold. I bet you there were a lot of people out there that when they read that article, they were like, who cares about what he says? Blah, 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 blah. These are people that don't do the research that they're supposed to. That's what that tells me. You want to know why? Because what he said is not wrong. I know now you're probably looking at me like I'm crazy. What he said is not wrong. It is not incorrect. It is not incorrect. Millions of meme coins are out there. What are meme coins? Altcoins. He's not wrong in that statement. As a matter of fact, to some of us, it's going to seem pretty obvious. It's going to seem pretty obvious. His last statement about Bitcoin and gold, pretty much dead on. I'm telling you, he's not a stupid guy. He's really not a stupid guy. He just went off the rails for a long time. Wow. Somebody needed to change his pablum or something. Just saying. But so when you think about that, you just kind of go, really? I don't know. But so you've got to pay attention to things, because sometimes somebody this is the only reason why I'll see a headline. Okay, let me go read beyond the headline. Oh, okay, that's just stupid. Moving on. But I'll only be able to determine that was a stupid statement or a smart one if I have been doing my own research every day. If I've been investing in myself every day, preferably more than once a day. Do 7.5 minutes over there, 7.5 minutes over there. Because you'll see different news. Don't just say, oh, well, I'll do it tonight when I get home. You had to get to work. Unless you drive to work, you had to get to work. Do some research on your phone right there. Do some digging. Take a look around. Had to use the bathroom at some point. Instead of scroll news articles. Do your own research. You don't need to know the latest TikTok dance. What you need to know is what centralized exchange is re-entering the U.S. market. Is it Gate.io, KuCoin, OKX, or another one? I'm just saying. I'm just going to put that out there for you. These are ideas. What else do we have? We've got World Liberty Financial secured a $25 million investment from DWF Labs to fund its USD1 stablecoin. Oh, and other stuff, and their global expansion. So I don't know. No, always vote. Not voting is silly. Always vote. That's a lot. That's the only political statement I'm going to make. What else do you have? DHS is investigating. This is flipping me out because they just cut a deal with BlackRock. DHS is investigating Anchorage Digital Bank over alleged anti-money laundering failures, with scrutiny increasing following a prior OCC consent order and industry-wide crackdowns. Now, if you look at just about any bank, any one of the big banks, you're probably going to find a consent order or an MRA, matter requiring attention. You're going to see stuff. Citi, as well as it's doing, has got some stuff. A lot of the banks have some stuff. I'm just concerned about that investigation. I'm a little bit concerned about it. What they're saying is, hey, your anti-money laundering controls, they're subpar. And we're going to be looking at that, and you're going to have to go spend some money and fix it. That's basically all it means. I'm only concerned because I'd like to know specifically where they feel those controls have failed. That's what I'm looking at. But they just cut that big deal with BlackRock, and I'm thinking it'll be all right. It's not saying that that money laundering is happening. It's saying that their controls for stopping money laundering are not up to code, not up to spec. So I'm kind of like, all right. At first, when you see it, you go, and then you realize, oh no, that's par for the course. Okay, cool. They'll look into that. We'll figure it out. Yeah, okay. Lex Luthor, now you're in the corner. You're definitely in the corner now. I just saw it. Yeah, the boogie oogie oogie. Yeah, you're definitely in the corner. Lex Luthor, do me a favor, delete that comment about ground up. Yeah, that's a political statement. Just delete that for me. I'll be greatly appreciating that. I think that there's a lot going on. China's considering a national policy to centralize seized cryptocurrencies value. And right now they're valued at about $59 billion based on whatever numbers. Thank you for that. Now, that's not a bad idea. If you look at the United States and you think about all of the municipalities that might be sitting on crypto and how they might be able to roll that up into a centralized space, that could be an idea. That could be an idea. I'd buy crypto like that. Seized assets, sell them at, fair market. Even if you wanted to get rid of these assets and you want to cut the market a little bit, sure. But don't be selling houses for $1. You know what I mean? Like, crap like that still happens. I mean, maybe not $1, but you get what I'm saying. Like, seriously, almost ridiculously reduced costs. That's what I'm talking about. So I think we should do that. Oh, snap! Bianca is in the house and she has invested in herself. Thank you for letting us know. Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. But yeah, I'm just looking at that and I'm just kind of going, that's actually a very smart idea. That's a mature idea. How about we try it? Give it some thought. Give it some thought. Just saying. Now, when I'm looking at all this news right now, gold going up, is it me or does gold seem to be going up when crypto's going down? When crypto's going up? It feels like gold is just on a path to continue going up. Like it's on its own track. And no, not business as usual. It's weird. It's weird. Gold is just going up steadily. I mean, Hutanik, when did you start bringing up PAX G? I don't think it was a year. It could have been a year. I mean, time has gone by like mad fast. But man. Well, Hutanik, if you're thinking about buying gold in terms of, you're saying that, you know, gold is the only choice for buying right now. I'm going to disagree. No, you started at 1900. I'm saying, when did you start talking about it on Grow My Bag? Right? And because I'm curious. Because from that point to now, it's just been on an upward trajectory. I mean, it's almost as if not that long ago we were talking about it, you know, crushing 2000. Yeah, not even a year. Not even a year. Just saying. I mean, what could happen that could crash gold? What could happen? Why did Buffett do what? He bought bonds. He bought a lot of debt. He went out and he bought a lot of debt. I think he's sitting on enough debt where it's rivaling some nations, the amount of U.S. debt he's holding. I know Kraken has PAXG. If you go to if you go to CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, it'll tell you the markets where you can get PAXG. Pretty sure. Yeah, no, I still have my Kraken account. Kraken! I'm just saying. If you go to CoinMarketCap and you look to see what markets a coin exists in, don't just look to see what markets the coin exists in. Look to see what markets you have an account with, and then look to see how much they have that coin at. That's how you find arbitrages that you could take advantage of. Oh no, I'm just busting your chops. I happened to be looking at PAXG earlier today because I knew I was going to talk about it tonight, and I was like, oh yeah, look. I mean, let me see something. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Bear with me. Give me a moment. There, PAXG. All right, so we have PAXG. We don't care about that. Let me just put that back, bring this down. All right, so 33. And you just go, okay, everybody's got the same thing. Keep researching. 34. That's a nice little arbitrage right there. This one's smaller, but it's a nice little arbitrage right there. I mean, Gemini's right here in the United States. I can't stand Gemini, but think about that. You can get PAXG for 30. You can buy PAXG on the cheapy someplace, like think Kraken 3370, right? Just to give you an idea. And then send it over to Gemini and get 3407. Is it a lot of money? No, it's not a lot of money, but it's still money. Another 34. There was some place that I saw something even higher. It hadn't adjusted yet. And the number was like 36 or 37 or something like that. Yeah, I've already gone too far. The number's already changed. Let me see if I go back here. Because it was BitThumb. There it is. BitThumb at 34.47, but it was higher than that. But imagine. I won't get mad making a couple of bucks off of that. Don't have a BitThumb account? There's Gemini. Binance.us, just keep flipping back and forth. See how much money you can make, how much money it costs to go back and forth. Just saying, there are things that you could do. I know you said that, but I'm just saying that if you're like me and you're playing the volatility, here's a way to get in on an arbitrage. Now, if I can make $100 off of it, if I can clear $100, I'll do it. It really depends on how much I'm paying in fees, right? Because you're buying something over here, you're sending it over there. There's a fee. Then you're buying something over there, there's a fee. Then you're sending it back, there's a fee. You know what I mean? That whole thing you have to do the math on. But I used to do that all the time between Gate.io and a few other accounts that I had. We were playing the arbitrage all day, every day. All day, every day. And you got to sit there and you got to look at it, because sometimes one exchange doesn't catch up and then you just go back. Just saying, there are things that you can do that can catch that. And that's one of the things I do to go see, well, is there an opportunity? Is there an opportunity? Rick Ritchie invested in himself today. Thank you for letting me know. That's what's up. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. It's not hard at all. It depends on what you're trading. You can actually set up a sheet that could help you, figure out, well, what's the arbitrage, what's the cost, and all that good stuff. Some people will sit there and be like, oh, $50, that's not enough. I'm not making any money. Wait a minute. It's $50. You would make $50 on that. And if I could do it a couple of times, $50, $100, you just keep going. I'm just going to keep flipping back and forth until that arbitrage doesn't work anymore. And then I'll wait and I'll look for other coins that have a nice arbitrage. And then I'll flip that and I'll just keep going. And I just keep going. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's an opportunity to make money. What kills me is that, let's suppose, hold on a second, it's at 34.47 right now. We've been sitting on that page for 5 minutes? Give me a moment. Yeah, see. Let's go back over to BitThumb. Yeah, now it's at 34.46. So these are numbers that I've been seeing for the past 10, 15 minutes. How many times would I be able to flip back and forth in 10 or 15 minutes? Let's suppose off of these arbitrages, I can net $50 each. If I can squeeze in 10 times to knock that out, I'll do that round robin 10 times. $500. I'll do that. No problem. Not a problem. And I'll just keep going until the arbitrage doesn't work anymore. On to the next. On to the next. Telling you, it's not difficult. It depends on how hungry you are. It depends on how hungry you are, and I'm very hungry. And I don't mean slip me some tuna. I'm trying to get some swordfish. I'm just saying. For real. I mean, so I make $50 off the first one. I do it again. Another $50. Another $50. Do it 5 times. Only make $250. I still made $250 that day. There are a lot of people out there that can't make $250 in a day. What's that? $12.50 in a week? Oh, now it's got your attention. Now it's got your attention. Just do the math. Do the math. Just saying, there are things that you can do to make things work. And if I can pull off, like I said, it's been sitting here for at least 10, 15 minutes. How many trades could you do in 10 or 15 minutes? Which one is faster when you flip it? Is it Tether or is it USDC and just whoop, 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 whoop? I would just sit there for as long as I can doing that trade. For real. For as long as I can doing that trade. And then do it for other coins. Look to see what other coins might have an arbitrage. Sounds insane. Hutanek's like, oh, it sounds so hard. For some people, it could be. I'm not going to kid you. For some people, it could be. They don't have the patience for that. I mean, think about what we're talking about here. $50 from 33.74. So 50 divided by 33.74. I mean, you're literally 1%. I'm sorry, call it 1.5%. That's how much you're making. If you had one PAX G, right? And you kept flipping it. The first time you flip it it's 1.5% that you made back. And somebody might say, oh, that's not a lot, but you'll get a credit card that gives you 1%, 1% cash back I just got you with that one, didn't I? I just nailed you on that one, didn't I? It's like, oh, I'm getting cash back. How much? 1%. But 1% counts. Exactly. But now what happens? You're still flipping one PAX G. Okay? Imagine if you were able to do that 10 times, $500. It's greater than 10% that you made on the day, right? I'll give you the exact number. Yeah, it's almost 15%. It sounds insane. But you might be able to pull it off. Just because you're looking at something, just because you're watching something, just because you're doing your own research, just because you know your entries and exits, and you are indeed, if you do something like that, you are absolutely investing deliberately. I just gave you an example. Let's see. And by the way, Hutanik, for you to say that sounds hard, I'm flabbergasted. Coming from you, that I'm flabbergasted. You could more than handle that. It's not that it's hard. It's that it's just a lot of work. But 15%, that's not worth it. I know, I'm insane. In CoinGecko, it shows the price against BTC. I never see BTC doing better lately or this year. I think it will. Lex Luthor, where did you get Rick Ritchie? I'm gonna let you guys have that conversation. Lex Luthor, I don't know if you recall, Lex Luthor is the AI king. He's the AI king. He's out there. It would be easier to create a liquidity pool on Uniswap with PAXG and USDT pairs is what I would do and sit back. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that would work for you because you're into liquidity pools and all that good stuff. I'm saying as a straight, I have no other skills. I don't know what a liquidity pool is, but I know how to trade. I know how to send things from wallet to wallet. What you just stated is hard for the average investor, the average crypto investor. They're not going to know how to set up a liquidity pool. That's not hard. That's not easy. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing. Are you asking me or are you asking Hutanik? I just told you what my strategy was. I'm going to play the arbitrage. That's how I cut my teeth in crypto. The first game I played was, if you're going to get involved in crypto, you got to have accounts. So we went out and we said, okay, what accounts can we set up? And we set up accounts at I want to say 6 or 7 different exchanges. And then we just started looking, just looking for things that we were learning. And then all of a sudden, Elliot looks at me and goes, dude, what's the price of X coin over there? I bring it up on my machine. Oh, it's blah, blah, blah. And he goes, dude, buy it. Why? Okay, I'll buy it. But why am I buying it? Because you're going to send it over to that account and you're going to make money. You're going to make like $500. Yeah. It used to be that high. When I looked earlier, there was a larger arbitrage for PAXG. It was like $100. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're looking at 33.72, all the fees, I'm kind of like, you could probably clear about $50 on this. Fees included, all that good stuff. You could probably clear $50. So there's that. So yeah, when I'm looking to trade, I'm looking to do a whole lot of things. I'm just looking for, how can I make money today? Sounds insane, but how can I make money today? Is it a straight up trade and I'm going to wait a day or two and it'll go up and then I'll sell and I'll wait for it to go down again and I'll get back in and I'll buy it and then wait for it to go up and I'll sell? That's a normal trade. But playing the arbitrage, yeah, it takes a little bit more work. You're going to see, where can I find these arbitrages? At first, I was like, oh, BitThumb. But then you looked again, and you're looking at Gemini. Gemini just caught up. Gemini's at 33.76. Remember, it was at 34 and change, so that arbitrage went away. I mean, you could still do it, but that's not enough money. 33.76 versus 33.72, you're not going to do anything with that. But 33.72 versus 34.46, if you could get your hands on a BitThumb account. Oh, I used to have a BitThumb account. And then you're not allowed to, do that because you're in the United States. Technically, I still have that. I still have all the accounts that I'm not supposed to have, but I can't touch them. I can log in. I'm just not allowed to do anything. Yay. So just saying. Once it slows down right now, just holding on is the go. I want to make money. I want to make as much money as I possibly can for as long as I can. And that's when the game is over. I'm looking at an arbitrage right now that can give me minimum $50 per set of transactions. If I can do that 10 times, I'm going to make 15% today. If I can do it fast enough, I'll make 15% on my money in 10 minutes. That's a good day. That's a good day. Now imagine if you could do, $500 a day, it's $2,500 a week. I know it sounds like, oh, well, that doesn't always happen. You're right. You're not necessarily going to find, big arbitrages. And you need a couple of bucks to do it. Look at that, $33,300 and change that you're going to need to be able to pull something like that off. Okay. Show me the money. I'm Cuba Gooding Jr. Show me the money. I have no problem with that at all. So what did we learn tonight? We could set up a liquidity pool to make money, and we could do the arbitrage game to make money. We could also still just do trades to make money. I could just buy the PAX-G and just let it sit there. But I'm going to make $500 today. Do I think that PAX-G is going to go from 33 to 38 today? Just saying. The CPN might be high, but I'm still getting something out of it. I'm still getting something out of it. This is what I mean. I'm not going to sit here and let anybody tell me that, oh, well, it costs a lot to play that game. Sure, it does. But you can play that same game with lower level coins. You're just not going to make as much. You have to build up to get to a point where you can play that arbitrage game with, basically $3,500 doing the round robin, sitting there doing a round robin until it's done. And I'm looking at it and it's not done yet. If you have a BitThumb account and, whoever else, I mean, who's got the lowest price? The lowest price is, oh no, stop it. Uniswap version 4 on Ethereum has PAX-G USDS for $32.57. Uniswap version. Oh, I'm being an idiot here. Let me share. Okay, let me share. So look at that. Here's Uniswap. Here's Uniswap with USDT, $32.61. So I can buy it as low as $32.61 using Uniswap. I'm just saying, there are games that you can play where you can make money. I have a Binance.us account. So imagine if I go snatch some up on Uniswap and then I flip it on over here for $33.32. Okay, cool. But if I was smart, I'm going to go do it with, let me go back over here. I'm going to do it with Gemini or let's see who else. Or Kraken. Yeah, Kraken. $33.75. Just saying. So now you're literally looking at places and ways where you can make money. Just see something. What's the highest price out there? Hold on, you're supposed to be giving me the highest price. Oh, I'm on page 2. Yeah, I would never use. I'd like what? But it's MNTA. That's why there's a price difference. So yeah. So now I've got to find. Remember, you have to match those pairs. So 3408. You've got to match the pairs. That's work. But I don't mind making that work if I have the opportunity to make that kind of money. I got no problem with that. None. I would like to know how would I do that with a liquidity pool? What does that even mean, a liquidity pool? How do you set up a liquidity pool? How much does it cost to set up a liquidity pool? How do I track, things that happen in the liquidity? Like, what's that process? That sounds hard to me. Just saying. Last I checked, AI hasn't. Yeah, okay. Once it goes down, right now, just holding on. Yeah, okay, got it. Not wrong, but I'd rather put the work in. I don't mind putting the work in. But you also have to have patience and timing and all that good stuff. So again, understanding the rhythm of a coin, doing the work to see where the possible arbitrages are, and then working that out. So yeah, there's work. A liquidity pair, once it's not worth a liquidity pool while it's zooming. Yeah, so why'd you even bring it up? If it's not worth doing it while it's going up, then why would you bring it up? My way works. My way works. Just saying. You ain't dropping too late, Esco. Oh, actually, did you invest in yourself? And you can catch the rerun, man. You can catch the rerun. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but how do you create a pool, and how much work do you have to have? How much liquidity do you have to put in that pool to make it worthwhile? That's the question. Like, what are the steps? Step 1, this. Step 2, step 3, step 4, blah, 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 blah. What is that? For me, I'm going to buy it low over here. I'm going to send it to over here. I'm going to sell it over there. Then I'm going to take what I sold it for, USDT, USDC, whatever stable coin. I'm going to send it back over here. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's all there is to it. If you know how to move coins, if you know how to trade coins, you already have the skills. Learning how to do a liquidity pool, well, there you go. Yeah, demand for the pair. So instead of it being in my control, it's outside of my control is my point. Compared to me playing the arbitrage, your idea for playing the liquidity pool in this particular case is what I would say. I win. I'm not waiting for somebody else to do something. I'm doing it. Whether I have a bot that's banging it out or I'm banging it out, it's getting done. Obviously, the more money you have, the more money you can make. But my arbitrage play works without dependencies on a third party. Worst case scenario, I get stuck holding the PAX G bag. Wow. Woe is me holding this gold. Right? Now, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't do a pool. I would look to see, well, what does it take to set up a pool? How much money do I have to have in it? How do I knock that out? And how do I make sure that I get paid? Once you do that, okay, then it really could be set it and forget it. But how much money do you have to play that game? And what are my risks? What are truly my risks? Where is it being held? Where are my funds being held? How are my funds being used? Are my funds ever at risk? Yes. I need to know all those things. Before an arbitrage play like that, I'm the only risk. I'm the only risk. I can buy at market here, flip it over here, sell at market over here, flip it back here, wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Just saying. Can't say I invested in myself today. I didn't divest, but I didn't invest either. Well, get on it, my man. Get on it. Or my person, because I don't know if you're a lady or a man. You're they. Get on it, they. Just saying. Get the crack-a-lackin'. We don't have time for you to be sitting around doing nothing. We don't play that game. Right? I mean, so yeah, I mean, I would be looking at, can I set up a liquidity pool for a certain period of time, or is it a set it and forget it and it just keeps going? How can I identify arbitrages? You can create a bot that can do that for you. I know. Depends on if you're in the game for real. If you're a real day trader, yeah, I'm going to buy some tools, or I'm going to build some tools and I'm going to do it myself. I'm be like, yo, Elliot, I need a bot that is playing with this real-time data that I'm paying for so we can identify arbitrages and fire off trades. We'll be all about that all day. That's not a problem. I mean, if I had the time. I know people that do that with stocks, options, do it with coin, and you can actually really make some money. Like I said, if I could do that 10 times, 15% in a day. That's a good day. That's a good day. If you told me it was 10% in a day, I'm going to be mad that I made 10%. Sorry, I'm not. I'm going to be happy. I made 10% of my money in a day. Holy moly. Play the arbitrages. You might be able to do that. Well, suppose you could average 10% per day every day for a month. Now, that's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you that right now. However, imagine if you could. I didn't think you could do arbitrages when I first got in the game. I didn't know I didn't know the word arbitrage when I was doing it. When I first learned it eons ago, we didn't know what that was. And then we found out, oh, that's called an arbitrage. Great, I learned a new word. But there's a lot of research that you can do, which is why I keep saying, do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. Just saying. Uniswap is the bomb.com, Hutanik. You doggone right with that. Do you only arbitrage DEX, or do you do it with centralized exchanges too? I do it wherever the heck I can. I don't care what the combination is. I trust Uniswap. I've done business over there. Not a problem. So if I'm bouncing from Uniswap that has a low number, 32 and change, and I'm going to sell it for, let's see, who has it right now? And I can sell it for, let's say, 34 and change. Yeah. And what? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's rock. Let's rock. I'm going to be all about it because I need every penny I can get. I need every penny I can get. I mean, one day you guys might actually sit here and watch me trade all day just because I feel like doing it. I mean, if I could do it. I mean, we still have a site to get out the door. There's a lot on the plate. There's a lot of work. It looks easy. There's so much work. There's so much work. Somebody reached out to me and they were like, oh, I missed the big baggers over the weekend. Where can I watch it? And I'm like, I didn't send out an email that you could watch it online yet. It's unfortunate, but I didn't send it out yet. I'm hoping to get it out the door, but I want to finish payments first, obviously. And then we'll be able to put the videos up, because technically, I'm going to put it to you like this. Technically, I could put the videos up right now. The only reason why I haven't put up the videos is because we're trying to figure out You know how we chat during all the videos? There's a file that matches the timeline of the video. And when you play the video back, you could actually watch that stream of text happen. Or do we just take the text and dump it in as a part of the video? I don't know yet. So we still have a couple of design ideas that we've got to work out. And then it's, aligning the video to the text file and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so it's that. While still giving you the space for anybody that's watching the video as a rerun, still giving them the space to be able to add to that chat and have people be able to come back to that chat and go, oh, wow, that's what they were talking about. Yeah. So it's not as easy as what people think. Just put the video up. No, we don't want to just put the video up. Everybody, and I can put the video up on freaking YouTube if I wanted to. Nah, that's not what we're doing. We're trying to make sure that we actually deliver to you guys something of quality. And that's not necessarily just doing what everybody else is doing. It's how we want to do it. And it makes sense to us. So, and it won't be long. Like it's not something where we have to develop the code. It's something where we have to figure out what configuration that we want. And again, remember, it's an ongoing process. So we want to make sure that it's a simple process so that every time I hold a meeting, it's just straight through, not a problem. Boom, 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 almost 100% automated. That's what we're looking for. All right, that's really what we're looking for. So if we can do something like that, that'd be freaking awesome. I mean, we can, and that's what we're trying to figure out is what's the best way to do that. Because remember what I told you guys? I said, at some point, Big Baggers is going to become big enough that not everybody's going to be able to make all the meetings, and there are going to be so many people, and we might have to have multiple per month as opposed to one. And that's why we need to pay attention to what's that process that we're going to implement. I'm ready in the liquidity pool game. I'm already in the liquidity pool game. I think arbitrage is the next logical step for me. You think doing the liquidity pool thing is easier? Huh? Maybe I'm missing something. I've never set one up. Arbitrage game, I can do it. Now I understand why you guys think it could be hard. Because I'm having the same reaction to liquidity pools. Dude, you should put together a white paper or a simple, how to, simplicity. You still got to do your own research, but step one, you got to do this. Step two, you got to do, even if it's high level. Because then I'll be like, well, how much money can I make? Like I want to do the math on how much money can I make if I've got that kind of money to spare to create a liquidity pool, and just people will come use it because it's there. Just let it sit there. Right? Am I holding Pax G? Like, how does it work that I'm making money other than people have to come use it? Yeah, it's all numbers. It's all numbers. Yeah. I'm just shocked. It must be really easy if you guys think that doing the arbitrage is hard. It must be easy. Because I think the arbitrage is easy. Like, I have no problem thinking about what that process is. You know what I mean? And you'd have to, creating that kind of a bot, if you could, I can easily create a bot that can buy and sell for me on either platform. I've just got to create that trigger that says, when you have enough money, then go do this. But before that bot fires off, I've got to have a master bot that says the pair is still there. The arbitrage is still there. Fire off this bot. It goes through the process. When it hits that bot says, okay, I'm going to sell now, reports back to the master bot, hey, I sold. Master bot says, great, send it over here. And then it keeps going. But you still have to watch the bot to make sure that the arbitrage is still there. Like, don't start the process unless the arbitrage is there. And then do another check when it's over there to say, well, is the arbitrage still there? Or am I going to sell that? Or am I going to hold that and send that Pax G to wherever I want it to go? See what I mean? Like, I need to know things like that. So building the bot is easy. Building the bot is mad easy. It's not hard at all. It's not. I like the idea of the bot running locally for me. Right? Like not running on somebody's server, but running for me where I have total control. I'm a control freak when it comes to my money. My kids will say otherwise. Hey, Dad, you have $40? I'm going out. You're going out and you don't have $40? Well, I thought you would have $40 to give me. I'm going to tell my baby girl, no, that's not going to work. I don't care how mad I am. My kids come up to me, hey, Dad. I love my kids. They are my heir. They are my heir. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv, and I know you want to know the answer. The answer to tonight's poll question is, what centralized exchange is re-entering the U.S. market? Is it Gate.io, KuCoin, OKX, or other? And the most of you got it. It was 13 votes, 38% for OKX, and it is OKX. They are returning to the U.S. market. Remember, they got drummed out? Yeah, so did KuCoin and a few others, because they weren't playing right. There are a couple that are not playing right that you got to kind of pay attention to. Can you do Uphold on this one? I'm just curious. I just want to see something. I'm not seeing Uphold for PaxG. Whatever. Everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. I hope you like the information that we're sharing amongst each other. If you do, smash the likes. Tell your friends about this channel, because we're doing things completely different than everybody else. We're creating a channel where we all help each other learn more, do more, earn more. That's the idea. Smash the likes. If you want to become a member, go to growmybag.tv/sign-up. You can choose to be a bagger or a big bagger. Go buy the books. We've got 2 books on Amazon. One, Crypto Foundations for Building Multi-Generational Wealth. And the other one is the GMB 3, The Art of Research, Timing, and Deliberate Wealth. Everybody, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your patience. And absolutely, as always, thank you for your trust. Everybody have a great night. Bye-bye.